This slideshow provides an overview of important procedures for using Sakai at Durham Tech. It addresses some common questions instructors have about creating and managing a course site in Sakai. The first question instructors often ask is, how do my course sites get created on Sakai? The answer depends on whether you're teaching a credit or non-credit course. Credit courses are those that carry college credit and begin with prefixes like ACA, Bio, CIS, ENG, and so on. Non-credit courses are those offered through continuing education, corporate education, basic skills, adult high school, or ESL. If you're teaching a credit course, your Sakai sites will be created automatically. Starting a few months before a new semester begins, a process runs daily that creates course sites in Sakai based on information in the college's official class schedule on WebAdvisor. If your name is listed beside a class on the official schedule in WebAdvisor, and if you have completed the Intro to Sakai workshop, then your course sites will be created automatically in Sakai. Be aware that it may take a few days from the time you finish the Intro to Sakai workshop before your course sites are created on Sakai. Please note that for credit courses you do not need to request Sakai sites, but you may need to work with your program director, chair, or department secretary to make sure your name is listed on the schedule beside the classes you are teaching. For non-credit courses, Sakai sites are created by request. The appropriate person in your area, usually a program director or program assistant, must submit a form for each non-credit section that will use Sakai. Once we receive the form, the site can be created within a few days, as long as the instructor has completed the required Sakai training. A link to the form can be found on the Sakai Procedures webpage. At the end of this presentation, we'll show you how to get there. It's important to know that your new course sites on Sakai will be empty, just like your practice course was when you started this workshop. You can use the skills you've learned in this workshop to add content to the site. In future semesters, you'll be able to import content from your prior Sakai sites into your new semester's sites. When will my students be added to my sites on Sakai? Students are added to Sakai sites daily from the start of registration. Every morning a process runs that automatically adds students to your Sakai course sites based on the official course roster. This process also automatically inactivates students who drop. This way your roster in Sakai is synchronized each morning with the official roster in the college's registration system. You do not need to add or drop students yourself, just allow the daily automated process to handle it for you. How can I view a list of students in my Sakai site? Use the roster tool on your course menu to view a list of students currently enrolled in your course site. The roster shows each person's name, user ID, email address, and role. The roster in Sakai is updated automatically each morning based on student registrations or drops. How do I make my Sakai site visible to students? The instructor must publish the course site in order for students to see it and access it. By default, all course sites in Sakai are marked unpublished, as you see here. When you're ready for students to access your course, click the Publish Now button in the upper left. When you do that, the unpublished note disappears and the site is now accessible to enrolled students. Where do students get instructions for logging into Sakai? From you. Sakai may be new to your students, so it's important for you to tell them that you are using Sakai and to give them instructions for logging in. We've prepared a handout for you to give your students to help them get started with Sakai. There are different versions of the handout for credit and non-credit courses. You can find copies of both handouts on the Sakai Procedures page. Or go to the main Sakai login page and click Help for Students. There you will find links to printable student login sheets for credit and non-credit courses. What help resources are available for instructors and for students? On the main Sakai login page, there are links to Help for Students and Help for Instructors. Help for Students includes lots of login information and a 5-minute video that gives students a tour of Sakai. This area also contains detailed tips for posting in the discussion forum, taking tests in Sakai, submitting papers to instructors, and more. We recommend that instructors take time to peruse the Help for Students area. We guarantee you'll learn something useful. And of course, the Help for Instructors link leads to lots of information and tips for Durham Tech instructors. If you click on Sakai Resources for Instructors, you'll see a link to additional training opportunities and a link to the Sakai Procedures page, where you will find all of the handouts mentioned in this presentation. Be sure to visit the Sakai Procedures page to learn more important details about using Sakai.